Welcome to Last Week in Warframe, a series where I keep you updated on the past week of Warframe, from announcements made by DE that don't necessarily want their own videos to community fan-up, posts, and updates. So without further ado, let's go over these announcements and news from the 12th to the 18th of May. Starting this week's episode off, we did have an announcement post with a breakdown of the content coming within the next update, the Jovian Concord. Now we have covered this in the previous weeks, but I will be going over it again just to rehash. So the Jovian Concord will release as early as Tuesday, as Monday is a public holiday in Canada. And the update will include the City Remaster, the Amalgam enemies, the Replies, and that will be a boss fight that can only be played after the completion of the Chimera Prologue, and this boss fight will drop the parts for Wisp. Now of course, as I just said, Wisp will be coming in this update, and she will be coming with her signature weapon, an alternate helmet, and a Kavat armor set. They also listed her abilities for those uninformed, and they are up on your screen if you do want to read through them. A new sniper rifle will also be coming that will have adjusted bonuses based on its zoom level, a secondary fully automatic pistol, Nyx Deluxe, a number of mod sets that are under the titles Aero, Motus, and Proton, separate mods titled Kavat's Grace, Gale Kick, Anti-Grav Array, and Odomedic, and the update will also include a pretty major change to trading, and that is that players who want to trade with other players will need to enable two-factor authentication on their accounts to do so. Doing so will also get you the Fey Path Ephemera. Now the Disruption Gamemode will also arrive with the update, with some additional changes made to the game mode since the Devstream showcase, and a clan operation will be tied to its release. The game mode itself does require players to have at least completed the Natar quest in order to play through it. The description of the game mode from the post reads: collect keys from the fallen amalgams to activate corresponding conduits, then protect the conduits from the demolists that will try to destroy them. Each conduit will trigger a random player boon, environment hazard, or enemy buff. Test your strengths against the amalgams to earn new weapons and new mods. During prime time, the World State window also displayed the upcoming operation that is tied to the event, and Rebecca had discussed the operation on stream. So the rewards will be the Spectra Vandal and Galaxian Vandal, an emblem, sigil, and aura former. The operation will also be competitive with a leaderboard like previous operations of the same nature, which does mean clan rosters will be locked into place once the update launches. Operation rankings will also be based off of your best single run. Outside of the post, Pablo showed an upcoming glyph. The extract or battle screen will be receiving a visual overhaul within the update, and based on feedback to the initial tweet post of that announcement, a small icon to indicate who the host is will be included. The update will also increase the void trace count for other players selecting your prime item to 5 from 1. Players will also have the ability to buy back parts for Warframes that are quest related that they may have sold, and if you're wondering if you can get login rewards by doing that, that will not be the case. 2 Samaras decorations were also shown in the screenshot, and Rebecca had commented further in reply to another player, "Won't be that way. By doing this, we are already undercutting ourselves. The only other option up until now was buy in market for plat, which keeps Warframe going. We've removed that paid-only barrier and replaced it with a standing option." Rebecca had also tweeted the upcoming Flydelon, and that is the roper list, which I did state earlier. Rebecca had also responded to a number of players' questions about the two-factor authentication restriction to trade, where the player had said, "Will there be an in-game notification about the change to trading?" Where Rebecca had responded, "Players won't be able to initiate the trading process without two-factor authentication. They'll get a pop-up like trading is not allowed on accounts without two-factor authentication. Log into the Warframe website to enable." The cleaning drone that has been seen roaming around the gas city in the dev streams will also be available as a ship decoration for Platinum once the update launches. As for Nightwave Series 1 has ended as of recording this video. You can no longer access the storefront or use your Wharf credits, and it will be some time before Nightwave Series 2 begins. The next Devstream will be on the 24th of May at 2 PM Eastern Time. Discord Nitro users can also pick up a 7-day resource booster. Now if players create a Mixer account and link it to their Warframe account, they can get a free Mixer-themed Syandana, and if they do watch further Warframe account streams, they can earn extra loot similar to Twitch. However, you can't have both streams running at the same time to get bonus loot. In reply to another Tennogen related comment, DE Taylor responded the following: Setting up the files to showcase on a Devstream is different than getting them hooked up properly for sale in-game. We need to set riggings for Syandanas, helmets, etc., and effects, and then it needs to be all tested. That takes time, especially for multiple items, in addition to all the other amazing things our team is working on. Thanks for your patience. The winners for the Spring 2019 Dojo contest had been announced through a post by DE Helen. They are up on your screen. A user commented on the Riven Trading and Toolbuilders Phase 1 Reddit post, where they said the following: "Was the calculation for popularity changed in some way? Before it was given as float, but now it is coming in as an integer value." Rebecca did reply to this, saying, "Yes, you can see a dated edit in our main forum post. Popularity of this Riven type being traded in relation to the most popular Riven type in the list, effective May 12 data." In another Reddit post, DE Killer Cartfin replied to a user's report about broken waypoints. "If you have an in-game screenshot, I can get the fingerprint of that data layout and I can take a look." Where the user responded, "For clarification, does this mean that just a screenshot of a problem spot isn't adequate? Because the traffic issue depends on the connecting tiles as well. Because I'm sitting on several such screenies. So it would be good to know I need not bother submitting them unless taken with an actual pile-up." Where Carfin replied, "Correct. The broken waypoint is most likely due to a break in the nav mesh somewhere in the proc level layout. For proper debugging, I would need the entire proc fingerprint, not just one tile. If you provide a proper in-game screenshot and don't upload to Imager or some other hosting service that strips the metadata, then it will contain the data I need." In another post, Carfin replied about a user getting stuck on a tileset after being struck by lasers, stating he will take a look at it. So if you have been experiencing that, maybe expect a fix soon. As for individual developer Twitter posts, the first was from DE Steve that shows a cinematic scene for an execution. The post caption read, "The Jovian Concord polishing turning out great, sorry for delays. Hope you will enjoy it. Also random clip, rough work in progress melee idea, would need tuning value for repetition, etc." He later followed up the tweet with the following: "Reading comments, keep in mind this part. Would need tuning value for repetition, etc. Okay, we good." DE George had also replied to a user's request for a look at tweaking the audio on Banshee's silence ability, tweeting, "When we have some time, we will take a look." And to finish it up, in community news, after a tweet by, at the time, Warframe Moderator server had been highlighted on the Warframe subreddit under the title, "There's no justification for spoiling the game," and then the Reddit users citing the chat moderator code of conduct, server had left the moderator program at DE's request, and this information was brought to us by server themselves, an updated post on the Reddit, and a retweet by Rebecca. And that does conclude this episode of Last Week in Warframe. If you found the video informative, make sure to leave a like. If you think I can improve upon the series in any way, shape, or form, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below, as well as any of the news that had come up in the past week. Glyph codes for the channel are up on your screen. They are single use. If someone has already used them, they will not work. And if you missed out on last week's episode, make sure to click the annotation on your screen right now. It'll take you right to them. Thank you for watching. See you next time.